When you're in winter's favorite town, the snow-covered mountains surround you. A historic Main Street charms you. And every day brings a new adventure. Welcome to Park City, Utah. Naturally, winter's favorite town. Join the experience at visitparkcity.com.
A Swift Kick in the Ass, episode 143. Life is challenging and difficult. No one gets out alive. Time to suck it up, Buttercup. Get ready for a monster-sized boot, aimed to help you get traction on personal change and get living. I am John Curran, your host. Join me as I share my journey, exploring the forces that motivate us to change and help us get through whatever life throws at us. A swift kick in the ass. Life on your terms. Welcome to another episode of A Swift Kick in the Ass. This is your host, John Curran, and today's topic, an ass kicking for the holidays. So people, we all know that the holidays are full of celebration, time of joy, time to be thankful, a time to show our gratitude towards each other, as well as perhaps a higher power or whoever, however you judge, the big picture here. But the truth of the matter is that the holidays are stressful for many, many people, and people don't always have a great bountiful harvest at the time of Thanksgiving. In fact, the holidays can be very rough on people, especially if you're currently going through a time that is just kicking your ass, a time that is difficult and challenging. And it's on top of it, it's the holidays. Other people are celebrating. Other people are saying how thankful they are for everything that they have in their life, and maybe their life is just super fantastic and yours isn't. Maybe it sucks to be you right now. Maybe you are in the process of embracing the suck, and the holidays just aren't what they used to be anymore. Put it up to timing, put it up to just this is the way the world is that stress can occur at any time. Good and bad times can occur at any time. Doesn't take a time off for a holiday. So this episode really is about the realization that the holidays can kick your ass. And I want, I'm no expert. I'm not a mental health counselor or anything like that. But I do care about all of you, and I do want to offer some tips to help you through this holiday, and only the way that a swift kick in the ass can do. So this is going to get very real, very honest, and I'm going to use some information from the Mayo Clinic to help me guide this discussion. So thank you, Mayo Clinic, for this help. One of the first tips that they say to help you prevent holiday stress and depression is to acknowledge your feelings. This could be a very, very difficult time that you're going through. It might be the best time in your life. It might be the worst, or it might be somewhere in the middle. And in most cases, it's going to be a mixed bag. So, recognize that it's okay and it's normal to feel sadness and grief, regardless of what season it is. We all go through difficult times. And this too shall pass. And hopefully you will get through this soon and um, unscathed. But we know that life is tough and it's difficult, and you might be losing someone. You might be facing a terminal illness yourself. You might be eliminated from your job. I mean, your kids might be having problems. You know, the world is full of problems, and this website, this podcast has really been geared towards kicking you in the ass to help you promote better change, or not to help you promote better change, but I'm promoting better change and change for the better. Change is not always easy. It's difficult. It's challenging, but it's part of life, and it's worth going through. But sometimes we don't have a choice, and life gets extremely difficult and challenging. I do this show really with my friend Tommy in mind. Holidays are tough. We're here without those that we love. They're gone. They've moved on. But this is the season, and it's not good to be alone. It's really good to be with others and understand that even though you might be going through a rough time, you certainly are not alone, because other people are also going through rough times. Other people may feel lonely and isolated. Other people might be going through something very similar to what you're going through. So reach out to others, reach out to support groups, reach out to your friends, your family. Just get out there, and I think that will help you. Get some professional help if you feel that you need that. If you're feeling the stress of the holidays, talk to someone about it. There's nothing like reaching out to someone and recognizing that, hey, you know what? I'm not alone. Someone else is going through this as well. Someone else can empathize. They can understand what it's like to be you. It's, most things that we worry about, they never happen anyway. But some of the things that we do worry about, they do happen. And chances are other people have gone through them as well. And it's really easy to think that we've been singled out and that we're unique. But in all the ages that mankind has been around, chances are someone else has gone through exactly the same thing or very close to it. So don't feel alone. Be realistic. These holidays, they don't have to be perfect. And I know that I see changes in my own family as time goes on. The holidays aren't what they used to be anymore. We lose people, but hopefully our families, grow as well as, change. And, these are memories, these holidays are going to come and they're going to go. And we should be thankful that we're alive to experience them. And we are here, we can make things better. Life is a lot about perception. And being gloomy and depressed and thinking only of the hardships of the future that are coming in, give yourself a break. Be realistic, but give yourself a break and recognize that this will pass. It might require some work. It might require effort. It might really suck, but you're going to get through this, because we get through everything that's thrown at us until we don't anymore. Then it doesn't really matter, does it? This will pass. Be realistic. And some things aren't going to change, and that can be very difficult to comprehend. It can be very difficult to deal with. But typically, There's some type of silver lining in these situations, and you can find your way out. And oftentimes, I think, for me, it's all related to me making a choice to say, you know what? I acknowledge what I'm going through sucks. I don't want to go through this anymore. I can't live like this anymore. And I'm not going to. I'm going to make things happen to make things better. I've got to fight, and kind of bring out the fight in myself. Not give up, not, taking myself out of the game. If you are thinking of suicide, please, please, please get some professional help. This will pass. Life is challenging and difficult, but it comes in peaks and valleys. Sometimes it's tough, sometimes it's great, and sometimes we go through a difficult time not realizing what's at the other end and how great it is once you get through that. It's hard to see. It's very hard to see that as you get through, as you're going through a difficult circumstance. But I'm here to say, don't lose sight of that. Depression it does cloud your vision, and you can't see the future. None of us are fortune tellers. We don't know what the future foretells, but that doesn't mean that it's all going to be bad or all going to be good. It just means we need to be open to it. Now, these are the times where we come together with people, especially family, can be very stressful, and we may not see eye to eye on everything with even people that we care deeply about, especially in regards to politics. We all recognize that there is a huge divide in this, not only this country, but in this world due to politics. Now, this is not a political show. I'm not going to talk about it other than that. But set aside the differences. Recognize, there's appropriate times for discussion, and the holidays is not one of them. Okay? Put aside your differences. Recognize that you're family and you're all there for each other, and because you love each other. Stick to a budget. Financial stress, believe me, is no fun. And you can't buy happiness. So set a budget for this holiday. And you know what? I think what I have to do is I need to say no more often. And I need my family to understand that, you know what? We have expenses, increased expenses from having a daughter in college. We also are living in inflationary times where I know that my grocery bill has probably doubled and everything has increased in cost. I am extremely tight on cash right now and just trying to make it through. This is kicking my ass, to be quite honest with you. So I am on I don't like to call it a budget. I like to call it a spending plan. But I know that this is stressful and it sucks and it's not ideal, but I'm working through it and I'm going to keep on working through it. Which leads to the next step. And these are through Mayo Clinic. You can check them out. They have a healthy lifestyle section, and they have a lot of information on stress management. So these are not necessarily my ideas. These are bullet points from Mayo Clinic. But I think that they're true, and I'm putting my own kind of spin on them. So plan ahead. It's difficult to see ahead, especially if you're depressed. If you're going through a rough time, if life is kicking your ass, the future may seem all gloom and doom. But what you have to realize is sometimes as you're putting up the fight, as you're getting through and you're pushing yourself forward, you know, everything can all of a sudden change and open up and become clear and sunny and wonderful again. Um, and this happens before you even know it. Um, it happens because life is full of peaks and valleys of both good and bad. Um, the way things are right now, they're not going to stay the same. That's guaranteed. Good or bad, doesn't matter. It's not going to stay the same. But that is a good thing. So plan ahead. Plan ahead for better times. I find that if I put something in my calendar and I like plan on meeting up with some friends somewhere, maybe taking a trip, or even just going out to lunch or dinner or something, get something on the calendar, something to look forward to. I find that this ensures that what you want to happen will happen. You'll make it happen. You'll meet up and you'll have a great time. I already talked about learning how to say no. You know, if you can't do it, you can't do it. And don't put yourself, out if you can't do it. People have to understand, and that's really up to them to understand. If you can't participate, if it's not possible, or if you need to draw the line somewhere, this show is going to support you in doing that. It's best for you. You're going to have to live with those mistakes, live with that decision if it is a mistake or not. Also, during this holiday, it's really easy to get off your schedule and to use that as an excuse, for kind of falling off the wagon, so to speak. Maybe you're in a different environment. Maybe, you're visiting your in-laws or something like that. Adapt. When I'm away, I do, I'm not perfect. And there are times when I don't meditate in the mornings because I just don't have the space or the time or, for whatever, a long list of reasons. But I really like to make time, and I do make time to meditate no matter where I'm at. I really try to go to great lengths to make sure that happens because I really find that it sets me up for having a great day, and it just level sets me. So I don't give that up. And I've also learned that through my food sensitivities, sometimes when you go to holiday parties, if you're dairy, if you have sensitivities to dairy, forget about it. Pizza party, I can't eat pizza. I have to have special cheese. I can think about all the appetizers that involve cheese. Well, guess what? I'm probably not going to be able to participate. I can't have fun. I mean, I can't eat dairy products. But there are certain times where I will make a choice or a decision to pay that price and indulge in something that I know is going to give me cankles. It's gonna hurt, and I'll pay the price, and I'll deal with that. But that is a conscious decision I make. Otherwise, I try to keep on my schedule. I try to keep doing what I do each and every day. Try to get good sleep. Try to get healthy meals. Try to exercise. Meditate. That doesn't ever stop. So keep being you, I guess is what I'm saying. And when you're on a path, and it's important for you to stay on that path, stay on that path. Otherwise, you'll be kicking yourself in the ass later. Now, that being said, holidays are a time of reflection. Sometimes the realizations that you come to during these reflections are not that easy. Acknowledgements are not that easy sometimes. But to give yourself a break, these are the times to back off from your day-to-day activities. Keep the day-to-day activities that are important to you and important to your health and well-being. But the ones that are stressful and especially work-related things, put work to the side. Enjoy. Take a breather. Try to bring back some of those enjoyable things. Enjoy the holidays is what I'm saying. That's the beautiful thing about the holidays. While it is stressful and we do have stressors placed upon us, like getting gifts and preparing food and having guests come over, dealing with in-laws or your parents or siblings, or talking about politics, or there's a whole slew of things that we go through during the holidays. Just take it all in stride. You're going to get through this. These are just the holidays. So you can let it kick your ass. And maybe you want it to. Maybe you let it kick your ass in a good way. Maybe stop being such a Grinch. I know that I'm accused of being a Grinch in my family, especially when it comes to spending money. We're tight. We're putting a daughter through college, and she's almost through her junior year. She's about halfway through her junior year already. But then we have 2 more to go. And making this happen for my kids is important to me. And we're going to see this through. But it's still stressful. And it does place increased stress along the holidays, because you're giving so much of yourself throughout the year, and then you have to give even more at the holidays. It's not, all fun and games for everybody. These are good times, but they can be rough for people. And I acknowledge that. And if you're going through a rough time, recognize, I feel for you. I've been there, and I've made it through, and I know that you can too. So keep kicking ass. These terms of our lives, these conditions and situations that we find ourselves in, they change, they come and they go, and they make up our life. But what's really important is how we deal with them, and the choices that we make during these times can often really set us on this path that, I don't know, it's just can be so great that things that we would never expect to happen they just happen for the better. And if you just let it and be open to it. So I know life can be tough, but I also know that you can be tougher and you can make it through. So enjoy these holidays and keep kicking ass. Until next time, this is John Curran on A Swift Kick in the Ass. Take care. Peace. Life is challenging and difficult. No one gets out alive. Time to suck it up, Buttercup. Get ready for a monster-sized boot aimed to help you get traction on personal change and get living. I am John Curran, your host. Join me as I share my journey, exploring the forces that motivate us to change and help us get through whatever life throws at us. A swift kick in the ass. Life on your terms.